Alright, Minkovan and everyone, welcome back to the continuing first impression video, probably final episode of Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. It is now June 5, 2025, and I had already seen the IGN review and I put up a video with my 2 cents, and I just again want to say a 6 is not a bad score. It is still okay. So, and sounds about right when considering all of those points that guy at IGN who reviewed the game, which I feel seemed fair, all those points he put up, and then on top of that, you know, you have all those bugs. I'm sure the score will go up once these bugs get cleared out. But again, it is also personal preference. You know, some people might favor that Souls-like type of combat. Just like with roguelites, roguelikes and roguelites. Not everyone likes those, you know. I really like roguelikes. Some people think, you know, they just hate them and, you know, don't like them, so they would rate something like that, you know, a lot lower. For me, I'm just not too much into, you know, heavy Souls-like mechanics. Okay, you have unlocked your first soul fragment. From now on, you can safely enter the weirdness and interact with various machinery left behind by the Four Dwellers. Are they kind of like Dwellers, right? Additionally, the power of King Arthur has healed you from the Red Death. The reason why I bring that up is machinery, and Dwemer are known for, you know, machine work. If you've seen Curse of the Dragon Slayer, that movie, starring Danielle Chutran and various other people whom I don't know. Danielle Chutran, even though she's a very obscure name, you know, an actress, for me, for these B kind of flicks, I know her from that, and there's a couple other movies she's in as well. But in that film, the orc said to Nemeth, played by Daniel Chutran, what kind of sorcery is this? After the dwarf had shot his flintlock pistol at her, and then, you know, they moved, and it kind of, upon impact at the side of the rock that they were hiding behind, it exploded. What form of sorcery is this? And then the orc said, "No, it's not sorcery. It's machinery. It's machinery and device devilry, you know, something like that. It's machinery and powder devilry, you know, nothing, you know, technology." Okay, so I have to hold it down, right? Oh, there. Okay, very good. All right, this was the issue. I'm back over here, so now I have the power to... Okay, that's what I needed to do. See, I had to go through that. So now I can enter the real world, right? We'll just rename it. Okay. You know, the imagery and all the sights to behold truly is grimdark. They are breathtaking to look at, I have to say. M for map? No. I just kind of want to blow through this somewhat quickly at this point, somewhat. Because this will be the last part. I want to actually experience a bit of the real world. And okay, so now here's my first boss. Soul fragments grant you a measure of King Arthur's power. Activate a soul gem with, would that be the center button, to experience temporal effects, such as increased damage or slowed time. Rest at Bonfire and select the appropriate option to recharge the King's power. Bonfire I'm familiar with from, Dark Souls, right? You put that, so, you know, some more Souls-like mechanics. Oh. I forgot how to dodge, but... most likely I'm going to die here, but... last checkpoint, that is fine. Okay, let us try this again. Was there a dodge? I think there was a dodge, but now I can't remember. Oh, this doesn't do shit, really. Am I not safe there? Yeah, not safe at all. Let me practice the dodge. I do not remember what it was. I think there was a... uh-oh. And the reason why I cannot block is because I do not have a shield. So... ah, okay, so it's the Alt button. Interesting, okay. Your headshots cause more damage. Why did the thing turn to me like that? The rock. What? I'm not safe behind the cover? That's really, really bizarre, right? Yeah. The knight said he'll meet me again. And I wasted like a few good shots there. There we go, this is good. Save. Yeah. My immunity is not immune. Ah, fuck it. I use the side mouse button in order to try to dodge, because that's what it is in Witchfire. Good. All right. You do, illuminate some light, so you can see in these dark corners. Mm-hmm. Beware of the weirdness. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Good. Oh, nice water. Just sort of recedes a little strangely, but that could also be maybe my graphic settings. Let's just go exploring. Wow. Yeah, it truly is a grim dark. I mean, you can see it's daylight, but it's still like there's a tint, some sort of gloom, constantly hovering over this world. So it during the day, and the sun is out, it's not super cloudy, you would think that it would look a lot more sunny and brighter than what this is. And people complain that Oblivion is dark, and I will say I understand that, because the original Oblivion was very cheerful looking and very bright colors and greens. Requires shovel. I didn't grab the shovel. Okay. Well, see, this is why typically I grab everything I can. And yes, and just to continue with what I was saying with Oblivion, in comparison to the original Oblivion, yeah, it's brighter by comparison to the remastered. But whereas here with Tainted Grail, it's meant to resonate that feeling, to evoke this kind of darker, gloomy atmosphere and color palette and everything, and the tint, like a tinted, muted look. Whereas, typically with Oblivion, it's in Cyrodiil, a sunny, the heartland of Tamriel, and it's, bright and lush and green. It looks darker than it should be, I guess, compared to original Oblivion. But again, yeah, they were trying to go with, with a more, I guess, realistic look. I should have gotten that shovel. You know, compared to the more fantastical look of original Oblivion, and also again then comparing Tainted Grail, the muted colors here, right, compared to Oblivion Remastered. By comparison, it makes Oblivion Remastered look brighter, right? It makes Oblivion Remastered look brighter by comparison, you know, to this game, to Tainted Grail. It's like a John Woo film, okay? There typically isn't a good guy. There's just a bad guy. You know, let's take what is that guy's name? Now I can't remember his name, from Killers, you know. You know, and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, right? You have a bad guy. He's not a good guy, not necessarily a hero, but standing next to this bad guy, there's another even badder guy, someone who's even worse. So he looks like he's a good guy standing next to the even worse guy, right? That kind of thing. So that's what I'm saying about this when compared to Oblivion Remastered. Now I have to remember the name of that guy, that actor. He was also in, you know, well, Replacement Killers, Bulletproof Monk. His name, I can't remember his name, but that's okay. You get the idea. There's a bad guy and an even worse guy, which makes the original first bad guy look like he's good. So Oblivion Remastered, it's tinted and muted colors, and it looks darker than it should be. But standing next to Tainted Grail, it looks brighter by comparison. Megovanen. Who goes
there? You are.
Ah, it is you.
It took you a while. I was getting worried you wouldn't make it. I even realized that I didn't get a chance to introduce myself. I'm Caradoc, your savior. What kept you so long?
And I am Falagar. I think that's what I named my character. I was roaming around and this land to see what's out there, but prior to that, I had to fight some rock creature.
Figured you would. A place like that doesn't let anyone through easy.
But the water does look quite nice. Yeah.
But you're standing here, looking healthier than last time. So I'm guessing you found something worth the trouble.
You know, this look also very much reminds me of the Disney film, and I think it's Disney and, was it Touchstone or Buena Vista? I'm not sure, but a Dragon Slayer starring Peter McNichol, right, and Caitlin Clark, Ian McDermott as in a very, very extremely minor role as a priest, right? We have Ralph Richardson as the wizard. Very, very good dark fantasy film, you know, much like Black Cauldron, but Dragon Slayer, do please check it out. And Vermatrax, that dragon, one of the best dragons in cinema, and that is a 1981 or 82 film. I found King Arthur. His spirit, at least.
I'm truly sorry it turned out to be you.
What art thou talking about?
Well, it seems that the Red Priests managed to succeed in at least one of their experiments. You were able to go deep into the weirdness, survive, and even bring a piece of our king's soul back with you. I don't have to explain that this isn't something that happens every day. My job is to make sure it won't ever happen again. And this means you have to die. I'm truly sorry.
Okay. You're gonna kill me now? Okay, yeah. You know, what he did to me right there is very much like if you've seen Warlock 2, starring Julian Sands, Paula Marshall, I think Joanna Pacala was in it in a brief role as a...
I'm sorry,
yeah.
but that had to be done. It shouldn't leave any lasting damage.
I'll explain in just a moment. Oh, okay, yeah, see. In that film, they are not just druids, but they're druid warriors, you know, Paula Marshall's character and the boy, the young man, I should say. And their destiny is to be druid warriors, and in order to fully realize that and to unlock their true potential, they must die. So the father had to kill the son and bring him back through the magics, druidic magic, and heal him, more than heal him, resurrect him. So thus he was reborn as a druid warrior. And Paula Marshall, same thing had to happen to her, but her priest father was unwilling to do it, and she didn't want her boyfriend to stand alone in combat. So she basically got a kitchen knife, killed herself, and it was a very, very... go check out Warlock 2 Armageddon. It's called Warlock Armageddon, but it's Warlock 2. She stabs herself. It shows her fall, and it transitions like the background where she's on the slab, to resurrect her back in the druid hideout. And so she falls, and literally like 2-3 seconds later, from falling down into the slab, it transitions into the thing, not in her kitchen where she originally stabbed herself. The scene transitioned, and she came up and she's on the slab in the very cool transition. Do check out Warlock Armageddon. But basically, this is what he did to me, huh? What did thou just do to me? As if I didn't know.
I had to get rid of the parasite that infested you a moment ago.
You know, I'm going to turn off this whole having to click it in order to continue
what he's capable of
with the conversation.
This power can't be unleashed on Avalon. Not again.
What art thou talking about? Thou almost killed me. But thou did it.
I could, but I have no issue with you. Only with what you carry within you.
Yes. I feel like I'm taller now, but...
This means you're safe.
See how... unless I'm just further away from him. Maybe that is why. Stand against me.
You are much more valuable to me alive than dead.
You helped me, escape. I understand what you did.
You found yourself in the middle of a mess that's been brewing for 600 years. Every single time things go down the shitter on this island, a bunch of cowards in Camelot bring our once and future king back from the dead.
That was an episode of a Twilight Zone from the, was it mid-80s? Called The Once and Future King. It's an Elvis Presley episode. Do check it out, The Once and Future King. Dealing with time travel, let's say.
It's happened before. It will happen again. And soon. My journey, my mission, is to stop this from happening.
So you just killed King Arthur?
No, but thanks to you, I finally destroyed a piece of him I couldn't have reached otherwise.
A piece of evil in him, huh?
From where I stand, that's progress.
What dost thou wish of me, want of me?
My goal is to destroy King Arthur. To get rid of him, once and for all.
Why?
There are pieces of his soul scattered across Avalon. I could use help in finding, collecting, and destroying them. What the Red Priests did to you must have been horrible. And yet, you've gained a unique ability to contain Arthur's powers within you. And what can be contained can be killed. That is why your assistance might be of help on my journey.
Why is killing him so important? I thought he was the good guy.
He's the reason the world as we know it is coming to an end. Every time they resurrect him, the weirdness grows stronger. Soon it will cover all of Avalon, and nobody will survive that. I've been cleaning this mess for a long time now, and I truly wish for this nightmare to end.
What is thy plan?
The plan is to steal Excalibur. Or at least, what's hiding within that damned blade. A piece of our king is bound
I don't like how they
and so it
kind
needs
of
to be
turn the king
destroyed.
into evil, but okay, let's see where this is going. Suppose, even though I don't have much long to play. Oh, where is it?
The sword is kept in the Horns of the South. It's a fortress, but if someone has this emblem, they can enter freely. Here, pin it to your clothes. If you decide to help me, you should get in without any issues.
There's a Netflix show called Cursed, right? And it stars Catherine something. But anyways, I thought it was underrated, and people didn't like it, so Netflix canceled it. But do watch it. At least it got the one season, and that's, you know, she plays on Nemeth, right? This Catherine actress, Nemeth, not Nemeth, Nimue. I'm sorry, Nimue. But do check it out.
Brendan's his name. He'll tell you the rest.
I think it was a pretty fun one.
I have something to do first, but you should get some rest. Judging by the waves, the journey won't be pleasant. Set up a camp and get some sleep. Then we'll sail for the Horns of the South. Ah, and here,
Okay.
have some cobweb. Throw that into the fire and you'll be safe from the weirdness.
Eventually, I do
Just in
plan
case I don't come
to pick
back
this
before
game
nightfall.
up once the price becomes, you know, more reasonable, and maybe they get much of the bugs out. From now on, whenever you'd like to rest, level up, cook something, you can set up a bonfire in the game world. To do so, simply open the wheel. Okay, got it. Whispers represent fragments of memory unlocked by your mysterious companion. Wouldn't that be Arthur? You can discuss these with him by the campfire. That's another thing. I heard that he speaks to you a pretty good amount, the spirit of Arthur, whom only you can see. But oddly enough, second, third acts, and was there a fourth one? I can't remember. He hardly speaks to you ever again. Like, you hardly see him, and for someone who's an important character in this game, it was just kind of odd to toss him aside like that. Okay. Just where's it? Is it other, video, audio, disable copyrighted music? Let's turn that on. Disable audio in background. Okay. Do that. And also yeah, dialogue auto advance. Let's do that. Track it. Bonfire. Oh, now I have a quick save. Okay. Yeah, very good. Bonfire. Place it. Yeah, that's great. Let's talk to her.
I should be gone. I should be gone. And yet, here we are. Whatever he tried, it must have failed. Something must have gone wrong. For him. For us, it was a stroke of luck.
Yeah, you know, I thought it would be an asset to me to be pushing the button each time to advance a dialogue, but I see now, I think I'm just so used to it now that for the dialogue to just smoothly go through, that now having to, you know, push it is kind of unnatural for me now. And besides, the conversations and you know, dialogue flows better this way. Caradoc hates you. He said you don't deserve to return.
Hatred, yes. That much I understood. But why? What did I take from him that he would go so far?
I do not know.
He speaks as if he knows me. As if he has seen something I have not. And yet, I reach for it, and there is nothing.
Dost thou know what happened?
I felt him strike. For a moment there was nothing. No weight, no voice, no self. Just silence.
I see.
But then, you pulled me back, didn't you? Or have I
Yes.
never left?
Dost thou know this Caradoc?
No. It seems that I should, but I don't. He knew me, spoke with certainty, with anger. But to me, he's a stranger. If he was a part of my past, then that past has been taken from me. I need to regain it.
Okay. Canst thou tell me what thou remembers?
I don't... Not much. That isn't right. I should remember.
Nay,
I
'tis
should.
not.
All I know is that I left my kingdom strong, prosperous.
Yes.
It should have grown. It must have flourished in my absence.
One of the stories and the songs sung in thy name. So we're off to steal Excalibur.
It seems so. If Caradoc is hunting for more pieces of my soul, we should definitely claim them first. When we do, I should grow stronger. I should remember. I should be whole. Let's go then, young one. Let's not waste any more time. I left my kingdom strong. It should have only grown stronger in my absence. And if something threatens it now, then I will see it restored.
Up. I have 0 points. What about skill tree? Nothing? Okay. I will just rest. Oh, it's at like 3 o'clock. Okay, couple hours I think is good. You know, I think, wow, this sunset is looking really nice. I think I'm going to end it here, guys. This might be the last of this first impression video. Next time I play it will maybe be for real when I, eventually purchase this game. As I said, a 6 is not bad, and this beginning part is pretty great so far. I'm enjoying that, but also I'm looking ahead, being mindful of what is ahead and what is to come, and trying to be somewhat critical, I guess is the word for it as well. Being mindful of what's the flaws to look forward to ahead. And I try to cross-reference my research. I just don't go by one. I try to go by at least a couple or more. So going by that IGN review and the review from that person on Steam, but then another person who actually commented on my very first impression video of this. Look at it, the sun's going. This is fantastic. Saying that he hasn't come up with any kind of crashes or anything like that, and it was going, I guess for the most part, somewhat smoothly for him, and the story is really great, which is what I look forward to in these games, is not just the story, but crafting my own story, creating my own story. So eventually I'm going to get this game to continue with it. I sadly have to uninstall this for now because my Oblivion Remastered will not update. I don't have enough room, so I have to, work on that to delete this for now. This is like 20 gigabytes, and get rid of more things, and then you know, so I can update my Oblivion remastered. I hope you guys enjoyed, and that is a cool transition, you know. Of course, it's exaggerated, but it looks still nice nonetheless. Okay. Wow.